Gonna sit
And we are
in
live.
this out.
Welcome, everyone, to our broadcast of the Writing Warriors Write-In. Wow, I almost screwed that up. And thank you all for joining us. We have a bunch of awesome writers with us tonight, and we're going to introduce each and every one of them. Let's start with Brianna. Can you introduce yourself, please, and tell us where we can find you on the internet?
Oh, hi. My real name is Brianna. Everywhere on the internet, it's pretty much Boobamon. I think my Twitter handle is my name, which is Brianna Hare, but you can probably find me by such Boobamon, which is under hopefully Emo Kid. Yeah, pretty much.
All right, and I forgot, what are you going to be writing tonight? You don't know, do you?
I have like 4 documents open at the moment.
Same. All right. Next up is Jackie.
These were questions I was not prepared for because I've never come in at the intro.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so my real name is Jackie. I don't have an online presence, though I probably should at some point. If I ever want to get published.
Probably a good idea.
Probably. And I am writing an alternate historical fiction set in 1861 Japan.
Ooh.
It's great.
I'm going to have samurai and really weird people.
It's awesome.
It is great. I've read parts of it. It's fan-fucking-tastic. I love it. All right. And next is
Sela.
Sela. I always pronounce that wrong. I'm sorry.
It's fine. Well, I'm Sela Wien, and you can find me basically anywhere through that username. I'm not active on much at all, though, so.
High five, Sela.
I have no idea.
High five.
All right, and what are you writing tonight?
No idea.
No idea. Okay.
I have 2 options, but I don't.
We'll describe both options and we'll help you pick.
One is my Flash fan fiction. The other one is my original story called Empty Forest. I don't really know how to describe it.
You should write your original story.
Okay.
Great.
Yes, it is decided. All right. And you all know me. I am Nicole Christofferson. I can be found at Nicole, Nicohlec, on Twitter. Or I can be found on the Discord, which is in the description. So please come and join us on there. I'm also found on Camp NaNoWriMo as, what the heck is my email or username? Otaku_lady89. So pretty easy to find me. So I'm going to be writing what I have recently named Boreheart, which is this amazing little romp that came to me in a dream, and I have a blurb for it and everything. It's great.
Ooh.
It's basically a bait and switch. It starts out hetero as hell with a love triangle and then turns into gayness.
Love that.
And it's got shifters in it, so Brie will like it. All right. So I have an interesting little tidbit that I am going to bring up. I recently got a new tarot card deck. And what this means for those of you who are watching tonight is that when I get stuck, I am going... Oh, no. There's the ribbon. I am going to be drawing a tarot card. Wow, I did not expect it to zoom in on the tarot cards there. That was pretty cool. Anyway, I'm going to draw a tarot card and use its interpretation to decide what happens next in my story.
Ooh, cool.
Yeah. So that's what I'm going to be doing tonight. That's my little gimmick. I'm gonna be playing with my cards and writing at the same time. Do you guys have any little tips or tricks you use?
No, I pretty much just hit my keyboard until words happen.
Well, that's one way to do it, I suppose.
I like to handwrite. Like if I get like writer's block or stuck, I like to physically handwrite out different scenarios.
Yeah.
And then try and not throw it away as much as I want to.
Okay. What about you, Sela? Anything? No?
I have a cat in my lap.
You have a cat? Aww.
A cat in your lap, that helps. It helps you, right?
Your lap helps a lot, doesn't it?
Oh, cat. I love cats. Horribly
Kitty.
allergic.
Kitten! Oh, kitty! I want to pet it.
Oh,
We just got distracted by a cat.
oh, cat.
All right. Do we want to discuss a few more things, or do we want to head straight into our first sprint?
We do a small sprint to like warm up and then
See if we can discuss things.
yeah.
Things and stuff and things.
I'm a total newbie at this because I usually just lurk in the chat room. So show me y'all's wisdom.
Okay. Let's do a small sprint. We're gonna go to the 35 after. So 4-minute sprint starting now. Mute yourself, guys. We went over time. Oops.
Just like,
It was my fault. I wasn't paying attention to the time. I was trying to get this image to load on Camp NaNoWriMo, and it's freaking annoying me.
Every single time we always go over it by like a minute or two.
Yeah, it's true. Okay, so who else is participating in Camp NaNoWriMo?
I'm not.
You're not?
No.
I don't know yet. I got a new job that I start Monday, so we'll see.
Congrats.
Ooh.
It's an adult job. It's not like a Starbucks job.
That's good, I think.
It's good. I'm making like an actual income I can survive on.
That is always a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this job entail, if I may ask?
Well, it's working in my county's tax office, and I'm kind of excited and scared.
You know, I knew about your job, and I've known for a while, but I don't think to ask what it was.
Well, the simple version is I get to take people's money and I get to put it in a computer so that they don't get charged by the government. That's the simple version.
Cool.
Okay.
The more complicated one, I don't know yet because I guess they're going to train me on Monday. So.
I don't know if I'd be able to do that. Like, handling my own money stresses me out.
It's easy to handle your money. You just hang on to it with like a Vulcan death grip.
Haha. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it, I can't get Camp NaNoWriMo to accept the freaking cover. I spent 10 minutes on that cover, damn it. Oh well.
10 whole minutes.
Oh Lord, I forgot the G.
I gotta go, but I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay, we'll see you back here soon.
Bye-bye.
So wait, is the image too big, or is it just not liking the image at all?
I don't know. It's saying the page you're looking for doesn't exist. Which is just bananas because I can go to my writing projects and pull up the page I'm looking for. I just can't upload the fucking thingamajig. Oh, I'm so angry right now.
That's so strange.
Maybe
It is.
Maybe you have to like download it in a different format or something.
Maybe. I don't know.
I'm so not good enough with computers to even put an input in this conversation. Just tape it to your computer screen. That works, right? That's how you upload it? You just tape it on?
Oh Lord.
No?
Boo Boo, don't sound like my mom. That one time where she was like, "Did I delete the internet?" No, Mom, you minimized it. It's not deleted.
Did I delete the internet? No, you minimized it.
It's not deleted.
Quote of the night. Yeah, I'm like 90 when it comes to computer stuff.
90. Let's see. There you go. That word is fixed.
Ooh. Boop. I'm just gonna sit here and eat like my 5-pound bag of Sour Patch Kids. It's fine.
That sounds delicious, and I hate Sour Patch Kids.
It's a big old bag.
Don't be mean, Boo Boo.
I was just showing that I wasn't
Don't be
exaggerating.
mean.
It's
Other-
literally the size of my head.
Otherwise, I'll send you another snippet of what I just wrote, and then you can laugh.
I mean, challenge accepted?
Boo Boo likes to read a lot of my stuff, Otaku.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like almost every night she reads something that I write.
Yeah. Now you're making me jealous.
Well, you didn't ask.
Oh, Alexa Lau isn't going to be doing NaNoWriMo. Awesome. You should join our Discord channel. That way you can actually get into our cabin and spend some time with us.
Yeah, they're pretty cool cats.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Our Discord leader is Bree is starting a cabin in Camp NaNoWriMo, and it's going to be awesome.
So sad that I can't do it. Well, I could do it, but just like trying to do it at like with work, and it's gonna be a mess.
The centers. Did I spell the centers right? Nope, I spelled it wrong. Darn.
What?
Oh, I thought I spelled political dissenters right, but apparently spell check failed me.
Oh, okay.
I was
Well,
so happy.
I got stuck, so I pulled a card, and I got this. Let me pull it back a little bit so it'll kind of focus. It is the 10 of Cups reversed, which means familial arguments and strife. So the twins get to fight. Yeah.
Ooh. Bam, bam. Oh no. Dropping candy everywhere.
I kind of mildly hate you right now because I don't have any candy. You're mean.
Oh. Well, yeah, I'll just, Man, you can't tell now that I'm eating candy.
Oh
No.
my god.
But we know you
I'm
are. We saw
great.
it.
I'm
We saw
joking.
you eat it.
Boop. It's actually making me sick because I've had quite a bit of this bag already.
Crap, what was I going to write?
Boop. I've literally just been tabbing through like 4 or 5 documents and writing like 2 words in each one.
Really?
I just can't.
Sorry, I shouldn't
can't-
laugh.
I just can't decide.
That's like the weirdest way of that's the weirdest way of writing I've ever heard of.
I just literally keep tabbing. Like I'll write like a couple of words, and then if I can't think of anything, tab to the next one, and then just continue on.
Okay.
I just continue writing in one without having to tab out.
Oh wow. That's something, all right.
Tell me how you really feel.
I feel like that's a betrayal of writing everywhere.
Oh, welcome back, Sela. Sila.
Welcome back, Sela.
Sela.
Sela? Can you hear us?
I don't know.
Maybe. Maybe not.
Sheila?
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Okay.
Okay. You were a little muted. It was fun trying to figure out if you could hear us or not.
Ghosts. Always blame the ghosts.
Hi.
Sorry for the yawning, y'all. It is like 47 minutes past my bedtime.
You gonna bite me? No.
And my freaking autofocus won't calm the hell down.
Ghosts. Don't need to say it
Actually-
anymore. I could turn off my camera. We can look at my little avatar, which is a ghost version of me. And I could continue talking about ghosts.
No, I think we're good. I think the ghosts have been properly introduced. Oh my goodness. Okay, so topic of conversation. Somebody come up with one. Quick.
What is the word goal that you're trying to get for your current project?
Oh, that's a good one.
Yay!
Well, somebody answer it.
I don't have specific word goals for projects. I know that there's like very like this like a range for each kind of genre, but I don't believe that you like should be like trying to fit into that range. That makes sense. So I just like write until I feel like it's time to end it,
Mm-hmm.
which is usually a lot of words for me.
It does. I know the first book, I wasn't aiming for a word goal, but it wound up being 86,000.
Oh, geez.
I know, I need to edit that, and I'm crying because I don't want to.
I mean, that's not too bad.
It really
That's
is.
a
I
way-
mean, Ken, otherwise known as Servalos Nagana, he wrote a like 250,000 word
Ooh,
book,
nice.
I think. He brags
One of the
about
last-
it all the time.
One of the last books that I worked on was a contemporary novel. I think by the end of it, it was like 100K, which is like so much. That's a lot. But
That is a lot.
yeah. It's just the way that I write. Like I literally write way too much and then can cut and basically get 2 books out of it.
My first NaNoWriMo, I wrote 100K.
Wow, really?
Yeah, seriously. I doubled it, and I finished the entire book in 1 month. And it was epic. And then I realized that it was a beast and needed to be slain and spread about in bits instead of one solid book,
Yeah.
because it made no sense.
That actually really surprises me because your chapters are usually like on the smaller side.
Oh, there were a lot of chapters. A lot of chapters.
That makes sense.
Like, okay, so the original plot of this monstrosity was that a knight named Dirk slew, for lack of a better term, defeated this wizard that was rampaging across the country. And the priest queen, who Dirk works for, captured the mage and tied his magic to Dirk so that Dirk could basically order this guy around and the guy had to do what he said.
Cool.
And the whole story premise after that had nothing to do with that plot point. Nothing to do with it. Like, I was not a good writer back then. I may not be a good writer now, but I was not a good writer back then. And so then they went on a quest, because all books have to have a quest. Tolkien here. So then they went on a quest to go save a prince who was being abused by his father and bring him back to their country so that that prince could marry a princess from their country that they were desperately in love, even though they were 17 and had never met each other except through letters.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, though.
Yeah, it is.
Fields falling in love over, like, not seeing each other. Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, they were trying to get the prince back to the country, except the prince had already escaped with his servant, who is my favorite character in the whole damn series. Anna Lace is her name, and she's this badass black chick who just can kick literally everyone's ass. Literally everyone. Gods, monsters, doesn't matter. She will fight you and she will win. Anyway, so the prince had already absconded with her, and she was taking him to a completely different country in order to give him a whole new life where he wouldn't have to marry a royal princess and he wouldn't have to be held down by all the princey stuff. And then she ends up becoming a pirate queen, which is awesome. And then they track him down, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, this council appears and captures the mage and is like, we're going to force you to kill a god. And yeah, it was...
This... it just sounds like the nerdiest, like all the nerd genres are just like merging into like one.
Thank you.
Just like took like multiple subcultures and just like
yeah, it was it was my baby and I loved it, and I'm still trying to figure out how to make it into something good. When they say murder your darlings, they mean it. So yeah, that was my entertaining story.
I mean, my first story when I was 9 years old was just straight up Lord of the Rings, except for with teenagers who weren't magic, like they weren't like elves or anything like that, but it was literally the journey except for it with teenagers and just as angsty.
That's great.
They literally, and it's just like, and like
that so bad, so
like,
bad.
A group of like 6, like I think because I was 9, so I'm like, oh yeah, they'll be like 16. They'll be like, super cool. Like I think it was like 14, and the oldest one was like 16. Who was the leader. It was like, oh yeah, like I can drive us around, and I'm like,
oh my god. Okay, we're not even talking about my first story, because my first story was just amazing. It was awful. Awful beyond compare, okay? It was... So I had this dream one night that I was an ultra-powerful witch who got cursed by the gods to be reborn in the body of a child and put in prison. This child was put in prison. Children in prison. This is a thing that apparently my brain thinks happens. Anyway, so then the whole thing was her revenge, because she was going to get back at the kingdom that she was trying to conquer, that the gods punished her for, whatever. Her motivation made no sense. And she basically relearned magic because there was a witch in the prison, and she relearned it. And then she escaped the prison super easily super easily. And then she placed herself in a position to where she could become a bride for one of the country's princes. And she had this magical tiger that talked to her. And it was just so much self-insertion, so much fantasy.
That's
It was great. Okay, she was planning on murdering the prince she married so that she would be queen.
honestly, I expect nothing less from you.
Thank you. That was the first story I ever wrote.
Aww.
I was a baby. I was 14. It was 14 years ago.
I'll dig up my my Lord of the Rings stuff with angsty teenagers, and I'll send you little snippets.
Yeah, my coffee is cold.
Includes love triangles and all that jazz.
Nice. Okay,
No.
well, here's the part where we usually take a bio break and let everybody go ahead and go to the bathroom and get snacks and drinks and stuff. Do we want to do that?
I'm good.
Yeah, I'm all set.
Okay.
Unless if other people need to, then we can talk amongst ourselves.
About our first stories.
Yes. Jackie still needs to share about her first story, and so does
Oh.
Sila.
Okay, well I have two, but one was when
Sila, sorry. Are you dying over there?
is it Sila or Sila?
Oh my god, she's dying over there. Poor Sila. Okay, Jackie, tell your story quick before Sila dies of asphyxiation.
Can I just
Be a
Can I
laughter.
call you Leah instead of Sila? Call you Leah. That's easier. Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no.
Are you okay?
Thumbs up for yes, thumbs down for no.
Okay. Are you going to die?
We're probably making her giggles worse.
Well, I think she's neutral because she can't make a thumbs down for a thumbs up. So.
Okay. So she hasn't decided whether she's going to live yet.
The camera froze.
I think her camera froze too, yeah.
The lasting
Jackie.
image of Leah. Okay. So the first one I wrote, which I barely remember because I was like 8 or 9, was about a vampire that shrunk down to like an ant and was stuck in a bathroom. I don't know.
It was shrunk down and stuck in a bathroom?
I don't know. It was like
That's
child word vomit. I don't know.
I'm
Okay.
curious. I'm
How old were you?
8.
8?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. That's great.
And then middle school was, Fruits Basket, the anime?
oh my god.
Yes! I wrote Fruits Basket fan fiction where I got paired with the doctor.
That
I
one was
legitimately made up the most angsty backstory I could ever think of, which basically just included abusive parents. And just like legitimately, I ran away and all I had was a bag of chocolate chips. And I got found by Hattori and got to stay with him in Momiji, and it was great.
No, mine was Fruits Basket in 1860s Japan, and there was a lot of butt touching between Haru and Yuki. Butt touching forever.
A lot of butt touching.
A lot of butt touching.
That's great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
I think that's all I remember from it.
No, if we're counting first fan fictions, I think my very first fan fiction that I ever wrote was a Shaman King fan fiction.
I remember
hell
that.
yeah.
I remember that.
Love
Where I, again, was from an abusive background. I had problems as a kid, okay? And I got paired with Faust.
Really? Him?
Yeah, I had the hugest crush on that guy. He was my favorite.
I mean, I can understand the devotion part, but...
Because he has this absolute devotion to his wife, and I figured, hey, if I was his wife, I'd have that devotion, and that was something I wanted as a child.
You are a kinder person than me, my dear.
Interesting.
I would have drawn the line at Resurrection. I've seen zombie movies. I've seen Pet Sematary. I know what happens.
Well, it didn't happen in his, so... They never finished that series. I'm so mad.
I thought they finished like a manga or something.
No, not even the manga finished. It like, the How saga never ended. They never defeated How.
To be continued forever.
Yeah, basically, like fucking Naruto. Except,
Naruto
you know...
ended.
Naruto ended, but it did not end in a way that was satisfying, okay?
Uh-oh.
Oh, I think we just kind of triggered Otaku.
Who did you...
Yeah,
who
I'm
did you-
sorry.
Tell me
I
why.
Well, first off, okay, he sets up this huge thing about Naruto and Sasuke being parallels and loving each other as brothers or whatever the fuck, right?
Butt touching.
There should have been butt touching.
Brothers.
Brothers. Tell me Valley of the End was not a breakup, okay? You tell me that. But no. And then the whole Retrieve Sasuke arc, I'm sorry, but you don't go to that length for a friend. You just don't.
No, brother.
No, brother. Yeah, you don't. I have opinions about Naruto, lots and lots and lots of opinions, and it raises my blood pressure.
I'll just hide my Naruto shirt that I'm wearing.
It's okay. I have something similar concerning Bleach and the storytelling that went on. Especially with the no, I'm going to probably skewer these names, so bear with me.
Wait, I can barely hear you, Jackie. I'm sorry. What did you say?
Hold on. Let me see. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a little better, yeah.
Hold on. How about now?
Talk?
Hi.
You're still a little muffled, but other than that, I can hear you just fine. Sorry.
Son of a biscuit. It's like 2 feet away from my face right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so I'm going to skewer all these names wrong. Just for anyone watching, please forgive me. Alright, so you know the Hecto Mundo arc from Bleach? Where Orihime gets kidnapped and then Ichiro's like, I have to go save my waifu. And then
that is legitimately when I stopped watching it, the Bound arc, because they destroyed my favorite character.
See, here's the thing. Like, Tite Kubo was not planning shit out, and you can tell because he's just throwing characters in. And if you're gonna create something, you need to at least be able to have an outline or something that will help you not do what he did. Like with that fight when Ichiro goes in, and spoiler for anyone who hasn't seen it, but when he's supposed to lose that damn fight with Korra. I don't care who says that. He's supposed to lose it. He made him overpowered, and it makes me raw. Because that's when you just put your character into like a Gary Stu / God mode, and it's ridiculous.
I agree. As I didn't get to the Ulquiorra stuff. I didn't really care about the show at that point because they fucked up my favorite character. But I at least paid a little bit of attention to what was going on, and it of course, I never shipped Orihime and Ichigo, so maybe that was part of why I was so angry and just gave up.
He had to go save his waifu.
Yeah. The big boobed dumbass.
No waifu.
Waifu.
Mm-hmm. No waifu.
She was literally nothing but a waifu. She had no fucking personality. She was just ditz. I wanted to shove her into a garbage disposal.
She had no personality, but tons of plot. Am I right?
Oh yeah, so much plot.
See, I think the thing is she did have a personality at the beginning, but he made one trait to the point where she's obsessing over someone like nonstop.
That's true.
Yeah.
See, the
That's okay.
problem. Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry, what?
I was gonna say that the problem with like, it's the same thing like what happens with Naruto, with Bleach, with pretty much every like shonen like manga that's done in a weekly basis is that they basically don't plan it because the time frame that they're doing all these stories in is
They just don't have time to plan.
yeah, they're literally just winging it because like they have like 4 or 5 days, like 5 max to get it all done, like the chapters. So
Yeah.
they literally just do not have, unless if they had planned out stuff before they got like the green light to like do it.
It's brutal being a mangaka. It's brutal. I wanted that life, and I failed to attain it.
You can draw?
I used to be able to, but I stopped drawing several years ago and
Wow.
have lost the ability.
Oh no. See, I can draw stick figures.
Stick figures are cool.
And that's about it. Just stick figures and circles.
It's a lot better than I can.
Yeah.
Draw a lopsided stick. Not quite. It's like that.
Okay.
Draw a half a stick.
Like, oop.
A half a stick with like a little half circle. You can be the ghost in your room.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, apparently someone wants to know our thoughts on Gintama.
I have opinions. Where to start?
I couldn't get past the first chapter, to be completely honest with you. I read the first chapter in Shonen Jump and I just legitimately could not stand the main character, so I didn't continue it.
I've seen bits and pieces of it, but it didn't hook me enough to want to go back and see it from the beginning. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure it's a good story. It's just, it didn't hook me.
From what I understand of it, it's crack.
It's crack.
It's someone took a crack fan fiction and turned it into a manga.
That.
Again, based off what I understand of it, I may be wrong. And please feel free to comment below if I am wrong and tell me all about the plot of Gintama, because I legitimately did not see any plot whatsoever at all.
I know there's aliens in it, I think.
Yeah, so many aliens.
Okay, so there's aliens.
There's aliens, and it's also set in like ancient Japan.
No,
But
that's the Meiji era, I want to say. I don't know what year, but the Meiji era. So definitely after the Bakumatsu, which I know I just said that name totally wrong, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But I can.
So
sorry.
obviously, Gintama was not our cup of tea. So, yeah. Ask us about other anime.
I can tell you about Rurouni Kenshin because that was my jam.
Oh my god. For
Okay.
real.
If we're talking about Rurouni Kenshin, we have to acknowledge the fact that the creator is a piece of shit. But other than that, the work was good. I didn't personally like it, but the work was sound.
I know nothing of the creator. I just know what he made.
Okay.
Busei Rankin's more my favorite out of his work, but I still love Rurouni Kenshin so much.
Rurouni Kenshin was my first, and then Cowboy Bebop, and then Yu Yu Hakusho.
Heck yeah! Yu Yu Hakusho was my jam!
I was probably too young to be
I love
watching
that show!
I was probably too young to be watching those shows. But
Fair.
Yeah, probably. I was like 13.
I was 10.
Oh
No, wait. I
God,
was 16 when I watched Yu Yu Hakusho.
So
God,
And I had the hugest crush on Kurama.
Oh,
Like, oh my god. I shipped him with Hiei so hard. The amount of fan fiction I wrote was awful.
It's because they're friends, quote unquote. They're friends.
Yeah, it literally is because of the friendship.
They're like Naruto and Sasuke, but done right.
Wise Guy 7 said Buso Renkin was kind of cool, but the ending was kind of over the top.
Okay, well, because so they showed him hold a real. Oh, maybe answers.
Wasn't Buso Renkin the one with the guy in the butterfly mask who's like naked or something?
Yes! He is the most ridiculous villain I've ever fucking seen. He just runs around in a butterfly speedo and a butterfly mask, and that is it. That is all. And he shows off his physique like this. Oh, yes. He is in love with himself, and we get ass shots galore. It is the greatest fan service in existence. I swear to God, to this day. Hallelujah.
He must be very confident in his dodging skills.
So
he was badass. Like, he could dodge shit, he could fight, okay, so in his first transformation sequence, he was down to just the thong, okay? Like, nothing else. And he took the mask out of his thong and put it on.
Pretty much, yeah.
No, I'm not joking. I wish I was joking. I'm not joking. It was great. I laughed for days.
The problem with Buso Renkin is that they canceled it like really early. They initially gave him one chapter to finish it up, and he's like, I need more than that. So they only gave him, I think, by the end of it, they let him have a volume. So that'd be like 6 chapters or something like that. So that's
probably because he introduced a villain in a Speedo. I'm sorry. I will never get over that. I will never be over that. Never.
It's pretty great.
It was great. It was so great. Okay, so back to what were we talking about?
We were talking about anime and manga and writing and how it parallels and something. Was I right?
Wait, what? I thought we were talking about Rurouni Kenshin and then went into Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, you're right.
And then I was talking about how I ship Hiei and Kurama, and yeah. And then he asked about Buso Renkin, which is honestly
the naked guy in the butterfly mask. Got it.
The naked guy in the butterfly mask, yes. I will never ever get over that. It was the greatest shit. Oh my god. Okay, so for those who do like Buso Renkin, though, there is a manga that you should read. It is Karakuri Doji Ultimo. And it is, the original concept is by Stan Lee, and it's drawn by the same guy who did Shaman King. So it is choice. I love it.
Yeah, know exactly what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I had the first, like, 6 volumes of it. It's great. And then they stopped printing it because stuff... I legitimately don't know what happened. But, like, again, ruined one of my favorite characters. There's a character named Rune, and he was just the cutest little, what the fuck is my camera doing?
You're getting so into it, you're gesturing, and I guess it's drawing to your hand.
I guess. Ooh. Anyway, Rune was my favorite character because, and before I found out the backstory on him, he was my favorite character because he looked like Manta from Shaman King, and Manta was my favorite character from Shaman King because I am a little weeaboo. I loved that show. Anyway, so the whole thing was just this one big Shaman King flashback for me, and I loved it to death. And then I found out that Rune was the main character's wife in a past life, and I'm like, I ship it. I ship it so hard. And then they brought this other chick in, and it just made me want to scream.
I love how the camera is like zooming in on your face to emphasize what you're saying.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, the Karakuri Doji Ultimo is freaking amazing. It is just really great storytelling, and I want to find the rest of the volumes and read it, but I have yet to do so because reasons. Adulting mostly.
Stuff and things.
Stuff and things. Things and stuff. What about you two? Any manga, anime recommendations? The obscure the better.
Well, it depends on what someone would like. I know more butt touching, and also more of the darker stuff. So,
Ooh, darker stuff.
Yes, like have you ever heard of Descendants of Darkness?
I read a manga once. Okay, so fucked up manga about these kids who were playing in this dump, I guess it was. I don't fucking know where they were, but anyway. No, it was an old industrial complex. And they made this robot, like a real robot, legitimate robot. And there was a lot of butt touching in this one.
Oh god.
Yeah, but it was fucked up because the main kid ended up making it into a cult and they all fucking died. It was fucked. I can't remember the name of it, but it was something German.
This sounds really familiar.
Yeah, it does actually.
They have the robot kidnapped a girl, and she's the only one that survives.
Without the robot, though, but it sounds familiar. Hold on, I'm typing. I'm gonna look this up.
Speaking of which, Gintama basically started because the author Hideaki Sorachi wanted to do a historical, but his publisher wanted him to do sci-fi. So basically the tech tropes in Gintama are just for modern comic tropes. And well, it's German. Wise Guy 7, you are awesome.
Interesting. The more you know.
Yes.
Anyway.
But yeah, it was fucked up. It was awesome though, because the whole thing was just so surreal and you are welcome. No, it was like an exploration of adolescence and how fucked up it can get, and just in general some stuff. It is it was pretty bad. Okay, sorry, I took that over real quick, but go ahead, Jackie. You were talking about dark stuff. You have some dark recommendations. I love reading dark manga.
Okay, well, if you want your classic, and this is anime and manga, but if you want your classic stuff, I'd always recommend taking a peek at Akira.
Oh, that's
Akira was, oh my god, it was one of the first anime movies I ever saw, and it blew my damn mind. I loved it. I tracked down the manga because the movie was so awesome, and the manga blew my mind again. It was great.
I'll also say this one is more mainstream. Full Metal Alchemist and Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Those are the two main series that have stuck with me.
I will give you Full Metal Alchemist. Brotherhood annoys me. I didn't like the manga. I didn't like the direction it was going, so of course I don't like Brotherhood. It made no sense to me. I didn't understand it. And I will admit that was me being a bad reader and not anything to do with a mangaka's like ability to tell a story. She's amazing and I love her work. I just didn't like Brotherhood.
That's fair.
All I'm gonna
Cat.
say is Nina.
Nina was adorable.
Nina.
Pointless, but adorable.
Nina. Oh my. Because I remember watching that scene for the first time, and it clicked like right before it clicked for Edward.
Oh,
Like it
can
clicked what
we-
he did, and I went, like, oh no! And then he said it, and that was the first time I ever wanted to throw something at my TV screen.
Why are we talking?
Okay, let's put the traumatizing shit aside and not talk about Nina because
Traumatizing shit is good for writing.
it's.
I know. Didn't you say to kill your babies, or was it you saying to kill your babies?
What about babies?
killing your darlings?
Oh yeah.
That's usually what I say, but Otaku said it this time.
Oh, okay.
Either way, technically my first anime was Dragon Ball.
Oh god.
Oh god.
I was
Dragon Ball.
5 years old. The first one that I like recognize as like understanding like the concept of it, like anime, it being from like non-America, from Japan and all that, was Cardcaptor Sakura
Yes.
and Sailor Moon.
Sailor Moon. Yeah.
As far as what
Moonlight. That fucking show so
As-
much.
and like My Neighbor Totoro is another one too. Like I actually have a Totoro tattoo because of it.
I have never
Aw.
seen that movie.
It's like awkwardly placed on my shoulder, otherwise I'd show you guys. As far as like the like introduction to, I guess, not lightheartedness of anime, I'll actually show you because I have it up on my wall.
Oh yeah, Princess Mononoke. Hell
When
yes.
I was like 9 years old, completely just blew my mind.
Wise Guy 7 says that his first anime was Spirited Away, and it makes him cry.
Mm-hmm. Sounds about right.
I
Yeah.
love pretty much anything from Studio Ghibli.
Yeah.
Oh, there's also X, and there's Descendants of Darkness is the English title. I think the
Oh,
Japanese.
Yami no Matsue. Fuck yeah, that was the shit that got me into shipping gay guys.
Oh, Otaku. Guess what?
What?
Guess what?
What?
I
What?
went to Onicon last year, and I got the entire DVD series of Descendants of Darkness. Yes.
You did.
Yes.
I want it.
You know how hard I had to find that shit? I felt like going into a back alley and just begging for someone to give me the damn DVDs. There's like,
Oh my god.
they're like 100 and something on Amazon, and I got them for $60.
Nice.
Yes.
Oh my god. I am so jealous of you right now. Oh.
They're my babies.
Oh. The manga for that was surprisingly dark.
I used to have the whole manga series, but Hurricane Ike destroyed like half of it. So I'm trying to get the whole series
I'm
back.
so sorry.
I'm trying to get the whole series back. But
What's going?
Speaking of animes that got destroyed,
Uh-oh.
Pet Shop of Horrors.
Yes. Yes.
It was an amazing manga, a beautiful series. The ending was slightly weird, but that was okay because the tone of the series was weird as fuck anyway. And then they did the anime.
I did an anime?
They did an anime. It was an OVA. Like 3 episodes, I think, or something like that. I don't know. They did a fucking mermaid one. The one where the guy goes to the shop and gets the mermaid and the mermaid eats him. That one.
Why?
Instead of any of the other good ones. They did that one.
Why?
I don't know. It was sad. It was tragic. It was such a good series, and the anime fucking ruined it. Oh.
Tell us how you really feel.
And then the manga went out of print before I could get all of the volumes. bad. But then they started the Pet Shop of Horrors Tokyo, Shin Tokyo, which was great. It was almost like having Leon back, except it was not Leon. It was some gangster guy, and it was just choice. And I got some of those volumes, and I'm happy. Okay, so now that my obscure manga has been unleashed upon the world, I'll let you guys talk again. Sorry.
I have nothing to add.
You have no obscure manga of which you adore?
I mean,
Oh, Jackie, what?
Sayuki. All of
Sayuki!
All of Sayuki. If you
Oh, yeah!
It looks like a beautiful planned story. It's beautiful. All the
It
guys
was.
are so gay, even though they're not going to admit it.
I know. I shipped them all so hard.
Yes.
Like, specifically, as I shipped Saizo, whatever the fuck his name was.
Sanzo.
The blonde. The blonde with the monkey.
Yeah, Sanzo and Goku. And I probably said his name wrong.
Yeah, Sanzo and Goku. And then I shipped fucking the Kappa and the guy who literally ripped apart 100 demons because they fucked his sister wife.
Oh, but mind you, he fucked her first.
What?
He fucked her first.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
This is really interesting not knowing what you guys are talking about.
Like, okay, so legitimately he was married to his sister.
It's really... Well, see, here's the thing. I want to say in, like... Lord, I still remember the title. Saiki Gezumon. The anime, like, the first part of the anime never says it's his sister. But the manga does.
The manga does.
Yeah, the first part of the anime was, like, American produced and... like 4 kids in one piece. They're not going to touch that shit.
Yeah, they weren't going to touch the incest at all. But yeah, she was his sister. And they got married because they loved each other. And then a demon came, kidnapped his sister, raped her. And then when he went to rescue her, she was like, I'm carrying the demon's child. I know it. And I can't live with that. So she used his own knife to kill herself. In front of him.
By tearing out his eye. And this one demon that saw that was like, bruh, stop. And then he killed that one demon and became a demon himself.
Yep. It was so touching despite the incest.
That was
Boo-boo's face.
I'm a sucker for devotion in my guys. I can't help it. If the guy's devoted, he's gonna be my favorite.
just like the scriptures guys were giving of just like, oh yeah, like rape and like tearing eyes out, and then you're like, so touching. Like
it was though.
Boo-boo, that is just one character backstory.
No, I know.
There are 3 more, and all of their backstories are fucked up.
And trust me, because I used to obsess over this series, like with Rurouni Kenshin. So
what was Sanso's backstory? Didn't he like get fucked by one of the priests?
No, he was almost. Okay, so, and this is pulling my knowledge from like all the series, but I can't remember the name. He was found as a baby by Kamio, the guy with the long blonde hair, his mentor. So he was found as a baby and raised there, and of course he has purple eyes, blonde hair, purple eyes, and so a lot of the other priests were like, bruh, what the hell are you? Because he was super smart and very off-putting, and these demons come and kill his mentor, Batman style. And he feels horrible, and he's like, well, my mentor could have protected himself, you know, because he's this big head honcho priest. And the other priests were like, he did it for you, or he died on purpose, because he was shielding Sanzo. That's where most of the series is. I want to say it's Sayuki Reload, I think. Sayuki Reload, which is like the 3rd part down from the series, because it's got like a bunch of parts. So in Sayuki Reload, you get a flashback of where he was almost raped when he was like 14 by a bunch of guys. This is when he's on his own, after he left the temple, after his mentor died. And that's what's implied to have started his "don't touch me" personality as an adult.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know all of that.
And I'm not sure if I got it from the right part. I think it's Reload, but like it's a flashback, and of course that's why he is the way he is at the start of the story.
That's good. Okay, at least he has a reason for that. It freaks me out that he didn't.
And then you pair him up with Goku, who's like a super cuddle bug.
I know, but it'd be so cute. Goku could teach him to be, touchy again and like smother him in love like he deserves.
You would have hated it when Goku got shot.
Yeah.
It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Goku got shot.
Aww. My cat is joining us.
And then Sanzo lost his shit, and then a demonic Monkey King was roaming around.
Oh yeah, I remember that. From the anime. I remember that.
Good time.
Okay. So if we're talking about Sayuki, we've also got to talk about fucking, what was it? Shit. It was around the same time as I was into Sayuki, I was into something else, and I can't remember what the fucking name of it was. People had cat ears.
Loveless.
Oh, Loveless?
Loveless.
Yes! Loveless. Tell me your opinions on Loveless.
Okay. I only have like the first, I think it's volume, omnibus, omniboost, whatever the hell that is, the first part. So I kind of like the concept of the cat ears.
Yeah.
But I could not follow from the manga. I could not follow for the life of me what was going on in a fight.
Okay, so to explain
okay, so
what was going on in a fight.
Okay, so how you have like the attacker and the defender, right?
Yeah.
And you throw an attacking spell and the defender takes the damage.
Yes.
I got that part. But the way the artwork was drawn, I could not figure out what spell is that. Why the hell are you ducking? What? I don't know.
Yeah, the art for that one was beautiful, but also very confusing. It got to be a bit too much for me too.
I pretty much hate everything about it, so.
You hate everything about it?
I skipped the battle scenes because I wish I could understand what was going on, you know?
You don't even like the cat ears with virginity? Come on.
I mean,
that was cute as fuck.
I mean, that's a good concept, but as a whole, I pretty much just hate everything about it.
Okay, fair enough.
Not my cup of tea. It's fine.
That's understandable. It can be your not cup of tea, your empty cup of tea. What else? Let's see. Rosin Maiden. Have either of you seen it?
That is the one with the magic steampunk dolls, right?
The magic dolls, yeah.
I've heard of it. I've never seen it.
Oh my god. You've got to see it. It's so good. The manga was a little wonky, but the anime, fucking fantastic. Like, it's beautiful beyond compare. It holds up well for its age. I had the entire 2 seasons of it, and I really loved it, but I don't know where it is right now. It's probably in storage. But basically, the premise of the story for Boo Boo, since I think you don't know, do you know?
No.
Okay, so the premise of the story is this Hikikomori kid. You know what a Hikikomori is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So this Hikikomori kid likes to order shit online on a trial period and then send it back right before the trial period ends.
Okay.
this is his hobby. This is what he does. And his sister, who hasn't seen him in months, keeps sending this shit back for him so that he doesn't have to pay for it. And it's ridiculous. Anyway, so he ends up signing up for this trial period with a Rosin Maiden doll, which it appears in his room immediately. So he really should have realized that this was not, the kind of thing you can send back. It appears in his room immediately, and he opens it, and the doll comes to life. And instead of shitting himself, he starts talking to it. And the doll makes him her servant. It's great. It's beautiful. And then he finds out he's in this tournament where other people have other dolls, the other dolls of the Rosin Maiden doll set. And what?
Is it Zatchbell?
Yeah, Zatchbell was based off of fucking Rosin Maiden, okay? I'm telling you.
Continue.
Anyway, so the dolls have to fight each other, and whoever loses basically ends up being befriended by it's a long, drawn-out story. Basically, the guy who created them created each one trying for a perfect doll, and he failed on each and every one, and that psychologically fucks up most of the dolls. And so they fight each other to see who's perfect, and the guy is dead. Their creator is dead and has been for a long time. And they're still trying to win Daddy's love. And it's choice.
Many level daddy issues.
So many daddy issues. That's what manga is, isn't it? It's just one giant daddy issue.
Hey.
Oh, we could also ask what is our the book that we hate the most if we want to go back to the writing conversation.
Ooh, I don't know if we want to get into this.
Oh, I know exactly what book I'm going to say. I know exactly what book I am going to say. I want to hear your guys' first before you'd condemn me for even trying to read this.
Oh no. So many.
Well, I have skimmed some. I tried to read Anita Blake.
Oh! I was fine with Anita Blake up until the point where she became a succubus.
Like I said, I tried to because there's only so much that I can take from someone having to fuck someone constantly.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'd have to give the award to 50 Shades. I have read 50 Shades, the first book, and the second book. I will not read the third one because I value my sanity. And I have read all of Twilight. Like the whole Twilight series. I've read all that shit. Because I was curious as to how bad of a train wreck it would be. And it's actually not that bad compared to 50 Shades. Writing. Like, the content is bad. But in terms of the writing compared to 50 Shades and the inner goddess shit and the three voices and all, no.
Fair.
Yeah.
At least, I don't know. For me, 50 Shades kind of is above Twilight and all that because at least 50 Shades was a fan fiction and it was brought on with the attention of it being kind of ridiculous in that sense.
Mm-hmm.
Where Twilight was Stephanie Meyer's take it very seriously.
Well, see,
she's psychotic to say the least.
See, here's the thing with Twilight. Twilight could be a really good horror series if it was the perspective was
done properly.
Yeah, if it was done properly, it could be a really good horror series. Okay, the vampires retain the same mentality when they're turned, right? So what kind of hell must Rosalie be in considering she was gang raped and then turned right after? You see what I mean? You could really play with that kind of thing, and you're going to give us a love story triangle. It doesn't really... It could have been more, basically.
Yeah. Fair enough. Mm-hmm. See, you guys are naming things like 50 Shades and Twilight and all of that. My worst book ever is Lolita.
Oh, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. Like, I read it trying to get through it just to be able to say I read it. I read it, and it was as awful as everyone says it is.
I have never read it. I know what it's about. I've never read it. I don't really care to read it.
Disturbing, to say the least.
It's so disturbing. Like, just. Mm-hmm.
I have a friend that's like her favorite book, and I just can't wrap my head around that. Because it's not like she's like she's very well read. And that's.
I don't know how it can be her favorite book. Well, okay,
is she like
so
the unreliable narrator prospect?
Yeah, probably. So she's probably taking it from the perspective of this is an unreliable narrator, and this is his because it's a very well written book. Like, I will not deny that it is a good read. I will, however, say it is my most hated book because of the subject, because of the content of it. So she's probably taking it from it's a good written book and has a good, well, not a good premise at all, but it's
a unique premise.
Exactly. And that's probably where she's getting it's her favorite from. Whereas I am like, the premise itself makes me sick, and I only read it to say that I could actually read it.
Super fair. I don't know. There's so many books that I hate. Trying to think of another like good example.
There's one, but I don't remember the title of it entirely.
Yeah, there's like a one that I only read the first like 6 pages before I noped on out. It was like these people, like there's like an island that's only like women, and like they every year they elect like one like woman's kind of a loose term because they're 15, like a girl, to be like the priestess to these dragons, but before they go they have to like sleep with a guy. So it's literally the first 5 pages with her just like going to a town and paying some old guy to like sleep with her. And then I was
oh my God.
All set. It's literally like 6 pages in, and it's like gonna go into like a semi like decent graphic wise like sex scene. I'm just like, I'm all set, and just like close the book.
Okay. So, Wise Guy 7 says his most hated book is actually Department 19. I have never heard of that book, to be honest, so I don't know why it's your most hated book.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either. What were you gonna say before though, Jackie?
Huh?
You would like begin to say something, and then I kind of cut you off.
I'm not the hugest fan of the Infernal Devices.
I've heard of that series, but I've never read it. It's too mainstream for me.
Well, there's that, and then there's the Crimson Petal and the White. And the thing with the Crimson Petal and the White is I like the setting. I really do. It's set in Victorian England about this guy who's a total douche nozzle named William. I think his name is William. And then he's interested in this prostitute named Sugar. And she does whatever you want for a price. And he winds up going back between her and his wife, who has a brain tumor, but back then they don't know it's a brain tumor. And Sugar is like writing this novel about a prostitute named Sugar that kills people.
Weird.
I didn't like the ending, basically, because I mean, I think the setup was kind of good. I just kind of wish William got killed or whatever, so I could be happy and not have to deal with him as a very main character, because he was like the first of the main characters. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, the writer made him like a horrible person to begin with, which is fine. But at the end, it's like he gets away scot free, which I wasn't the hugest fan of. But that's just my opinion for it.
Okay.
Weird.
That definitely sounds like a weird book.
It's a good written book. It's just the ending is what turned me off of it.
All right. As much fun as I am having, I'm going to call it here because I have to be up early in the morning in order to deliver food cans.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So thank you both for joining me. I appreciate it. And the talk was tons of fun. I really enjoyed discussing anime and books with you guys. It was tons of fun. I would like to thank Wise Guy 7 for sticking it out with us. And he says Department 19 is a YA vampire story. The basic concept is kind of like MIB, but with vampires.
I hate
But badly
vampires.
written.
What's wrong with vampires? That can be done right.
I just don't like vampires. Even like
either.
well done vampires, I still just don't like. Personal opinion.
Okay. Fair enough. Anyway, as I was saying, thank you, Wise Guy 7, for watching with us. We really appreciate your presence, and we hope you have a good night.
Bye.
Night, peoples.